Hi, welcome to U.S. History. So I created a short little welcome video to kind of help you navigate through my class and kind of go through some of the important things you need to know about my course. So one of the most important things is I make announcements every week that help you with your assignment, show student examples, or clarify maybe some misunderstandings, as well as include important due dates. So it's really important to pay attention to the announcements and to read the announcements that are sent to you through your email. So make sure you are checking your school district email daily so that if I'm emailing you or a teacher's emailing you, you're able to get that information. I did send a welcome email, and I have a welcome announcement here that kind of navigates you through how to navigate through Blackboard, some important things about the PACE chart, the fact that each class you take with eAchieve should take you about 5 hours per week, so make sure you're taking your time reading through the chapter readings, attending those live sessions, or watching the recordings and doing your assignments. Make sure you're doing your best to stay on pace. The PACE chart, once you get too far off of it, it's very hard to get caught back up, so make sure you are staying on pace. I have important information about the course underneath course information. I have important information here about how to submit your assignments. In my class, I require you to submit your work as a PDF as well as a Google Doc link with editing rights. The reason for the PDF is because we use a program called SafeAssign, and SafeAssign takes your work and compares it to previous students who have turned in work through eAchieve as well as online resources, and that program requires PDF. So if you don't submit your assignment as a PDF, you'll see you get a score of any E, and I will ask you to resubmit that assignment properly. So make sure you're taking your time submitting your work properly to start off with. If you need to redo an assignment, it goes through on here, the course revision policy. So I'm going to kind of go and explain how that works here with eAchieve. So as you can see, we color code our PACE chart. So anything in red is a summative required assignment. Anything in red you must do in my class, and it must be at approaching or higher. There's no assignments that are excused. I know in some classes they might have a lot of assignments per target, so they might excuse 1 or 2 assignments. In my class, all assignments in red are required, and they must all be at approaching or higher. So let's say you did week 2's assignment, but you weren't at approaching or higher. In order to make revisions on this assignment, I would require that you first turn in your week 2 module 1 reading guide. So that formative assignment from the week must first be in before you email me revisions. And basically what the formative reading guide does is it shows me that you read the textbook and you comprehended that chapter reading, which then in turn will help you on that summative assignment. So if you struggled with the summative in the beginning, it might be because you didn't watch the recording or you had troubles comprehending the text. So that reading guide really guides you through the chapter reading as well as our e-session. So if you can't attend the live e-session, you can still watch the recording and use this reading guide to kind of guide you through what you need to know for the week. So make sure, don't just do those reading guides if you need to revise the assignment. They're going to help pull out the important information you need to know for the summatives. They help guide you through what we're doing in our live sessions and what you're reading in the textbook. Yes, formatives do not count towards your grade and aren't required, but they're super helpful for you to be able to be successful on those assignments in red. And the green is when we have live e-sessions. So the first week we do not have a live e-session because it's new student orientation. So there's no live e-session until next week. So just as a heads up, and to get to those live e-sessions, you simply click live e-session, and then you will click join course room. To see the recordings, you click recorded e-sessions, and it will take you to all the recorded e-sessions from each week. So they're right here for you. And in order to find out more information about our course and how grading works, all of that is under course information. I have lots of information here about the revision policy, the fact that you have to do your formative work before you can revise it. It also goes through the grading policy and how our learning targets work. So in my class, you have 4 learning targets. You have writing, reading, communication and content. You must pass all 4 learning targets in order to pass the course. So that means that all of your assignments need to be at approaching or higher, like I mentioned before. So in here it explains how we use then those target grades to come up with an overall grade at the end of the semester. Target grades are updated about every 4 weeks, and I always make an announcement when I update them. I will make an announcement when I do it for sure the first time as well, because it might not be at week 4 that I'm updating. It depends, because if we don't have an assignment for each target yet, it can't really determine a target grade. Underneath course information is staff information, which would be a little bit about me. The lessons tab is really important. It explains to you each week what you need to read, what you need to do. You click on Unit 1 and it breaks it down by week. And then it breaks down your lessons here and what you need to do for each assignment. When you click on the Why Study History, this is your first summative. It will have a spot for you to provide a PDF. So here is a help video if you need help with how to submit an assignment as a PDF or how to turn a document into a PDF. But it's pretty simple on a Google Docs. If you're not on an iPad is a little more complicated, but on a computer you just click File, Download, PDF, and then you would also take the Google link and you would simply then attach the PDF here. So you would submit the PDF and then you would paste the Google link with editing rights right there in the comment box. If you're doing it on an iPad, I do have a help video for you. It's a little more complicated. If you are in a school building, I would recommend using the iPad to do the assignment, but maybe going to the library to actually submit the assignment. I find students have a little more success doing it that way. To keep track of your grades and make sure you're submitting everything properly, just click on My Grades. It has the 4 learning targets up here first, and then each assignment. If you submitted it but I haven't graded it yet, there'll be a little yellow exclamation mark. Sorry about that. If I've graded it, there'll be a grade plus a little thought bubble next to it, and that thought bubble, if you click on it or if you click on the assignment grade, it'll give you specific feedback to that assignment. I also have a track my target grade, track my progress. If you want to, since I only update targets every 4 weeks, if you want to kind of keep track of where you're at, you think progress-wise with the target, you can use this track my progress sheet that I have for you. Online textbook, I have information on how to get to the online textbook here. I also have PDFs of the chapter readings, so if you're struggling with accessing the online textbook or if you prefer a PDF over the online textbook, they're right here for you. I do recommend using the online textbook though, just because it allows you to mark the text as you read, make notes. There's a lot of interactive tools, and also part of those reading guides, it has you take each week, there's a formative quiz. Those quizzes are found through the online textbook underneath the assignments tab on your online textbook. So make sure you know how to get into your online textbook, just so that when you're doing the reading guides, you know how to get into your quizzes. It's okay though if you want to use the PDF version. If you're struggling with some tech issues with how to navigate through the class, the Student Resource Center is a very helpful spot to get information on how to do things in the online world. And I believe that's kind of it. I've kind of walked you through each of the tools. I've explained to you how to submit assignment. When assignments are due is on the PACE chart. I explained to you the ones in red are summative, the ones in blue are formative. Formative does not affect your grade. However, like I said, if you do those reading guides, you're going to be much more successful in my class. So try to do those the best you can. And you also will have to have them in if you need to make any revisions. So it's better to just do them from the start. And as always, if you have any questions or need any help, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here to help. We can always set up a one-on-one if you need anything. All right, well, good luck and have a great first week back to school.